We are less than a week away from the first presidential debate of this election cycle, and of course, it's happening in Milwaukee, where the entire country will have its eyes on GOP leaders. As Catherine Merck shows us, though, this isn't the first time the party has had a notable start right here in Wisconsin.
In order to fully understand where the Republican Party stands today, you have to go back to where it all began.
This is the schoolhouse where the decision was made to found the Republican Party.
The year was 1854.
This is how it appeared.
Ahead of the Civil War, the country turned to Wisconsin as the place that set the precedent for the party's future.
They decided that if they were going to fight slavery and the expansion of slavery in the United States, they had to unify as one party, and that party would become Republicans.
The little white schoolhouse in Ripon became known across America as the birthplace of the Republican Party.
How often can 54 people stand up against an issue and stand strong and actually make a difference?
In a radical move, political leaders with similar beliefs came together against slavery, perhaps America's most polarizing issue to date.
It's one of the grassroots movements in America that actually made an impact.
When you walk through the historic site of the schoolhouse, you can't help but think,
when did the party switch, or when did the party change?
168 years later, the political landscape is still as divided as it was, just over different issues than the ones discussed here. To provide some context, we asked history professor Allison Efford at Marquette University about the Republican platform over time.
That political parties do change in significant ways.
She says it has constantly adjusted.
The Republican Party in Wisconsin has been these different things in different moments.
In just one example of that shift,
I'm about to sign into law the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
So there's a very kind of clear flip in the 1960s where African Americans side with the Democratic Party.
The party, like all parties, evolves over time, and it evolves around current social issues.
Now it's 2023. The country will turn to Wisconsin as the place that set the precedent for the party's future. Sound familiar?
I think it is going to give us some clues about where the Republican Party is positioning itself.
The names and faces are different, but what remains the same today is the party's adjustment to the country's polarized culture. The debate will show us where the Republicans will position themselves going forward.
It's a bit tricky to see where the debate that's coming up will fall in there. And I find that if we look at the past, we understand how people work, and we understand how we got to where we are today.
As we look back where it all began,
like everything, it will continue to evolve.
This place is proof that what's ahead could set its own precedent in the years to come.
History is happening every day all around us. It doesn't have to be ancient history, it can be current history as well.
Reporting in Ripon, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And News 3 Now will have team coverage all day next Wednesday for the Republican presidential debate. Stay with us on air and online at channel3000.com for coverage throughout the day.